Hello everyone and welcome to Moonride, where we're channeling the man in the moon. So two things I want to look at today are Trump in the middle of the crisis, feels like the death throes to me, and also the Supreme Court, how that's going to work out. So let's first take a look at Trump. I am, on one hand, I'm not worried because this is obvious. He's desperate. He's going down. He's going to lose. On the other hand, that kind of worries me. What's he going to do, being desperate? Spirit is, Trump going to do anything crazy? Crazy, I should say, that has some crazy effects. Well, it's kind of funny because his hands almost have rays on them. I've seen this before. They don't look quite as desperate as before. It's almost like he's resigned to losing, and he's just going to do whatever harm he can do. It's like, he's got two things that he can do, totally outrageous and unacceptable things. That's what he's going to do. So there's a public square, people watching, and they're listening to Trump. Interestingly enough, there's a small fire, a little bonfire between them, between Trump and the audience. And they don't look like supporters. Actually, one's a supporter, but he has a hat, and he takes it off. It's like this moment has occurred where all these people are listening to him, they're sort of mesmerized by him, and then something has happened. They have become, dangerously angry. They're about to storm the stage and kill him. Right? There's just something very interesting. This is not what I expected to see at all. Look, the public, this is just the beginning. The public is going to turn on him. So you might think, okay, well, more than 50% of the people already hate his guts. But something's different about this. It's not just hating his guts. These people are out to stop him at all costs. They're just going to become so angry and so irate, and this just might be here comes the election, people are going to vote against him, he's going to lose, but this time it's like they've got this kind of look of steely determination about him, and a part of it is also his words have no resonance for them anymore. They used to be that we all got, we started listening to him, we got excited, even if we got upset, we got excited, we listened. It's like that terrible person that's fun to watch on the show, the bad guy, but they're really fun to watch. He's always been able to do this sort of thing. But now these people are serious. And I just get a feeling like COVID is going to steadily get worse. People are going to get more and more, cold to his antics. Because I see him on stage and he's doing his usual routine. He's ranting and raving. But something happened. There's this moment when something shifts. It's like all of a sudden Donald turns around and he goes, oh boy, I better leave. It's funny. It's just there's this point. There's just this moment where something happens and he literally is standing on stage. So Spirit, what happens? He stumbles, I've often seen him stumbling downstairs. I don't know if this is literal or figurative, but he stumbles. I think it's almost I don't know how he stumbles, but it's something either that he said, he may literally have stumbled, but I get a feeling it's a whole event, he's speaking in front of people, and he's failing really badly. He's just ranting and raving. He's screaming like a lunatic. He's trying to do anything. And this time, it's like the audience is silent. And it makes me think of, I know that he's going to have a final debate with Biden, and they're going to shut the mic when he stops talking, or should I say, when his time is up. Maybe it's this. Yeah, it could be that. It almost has a feeling like a game show experience, where he's on the game show and he's not really getting any audience anymore. What are you doing there? Okay. He just attacks everybody. He attacks the network that's hosting it. He's just attacking and attacking and attacking. And people are starting to laugh at him. So is Donald Trump going to do anything crazy? There are like a couple more fireballs that he's going to throw. One of them at the networks, maybe. He's going to try to do something with the networks. He's going to try to alter the situation with the networks, maybe threaten them. But they're starting to fight back. They're starting to say, no, you don't tell us who the moderator is. We decide. Yeah, finally they've gotten smart. Finally the major players in the networks realize what's on the line here. And they got smart. And so they're just one step ahead of Trump, who's just trying to do the same thing that he's always done. The same nonsense, the same distractions. Yeah, part of it, the whole Biden thing, attacking Biden's kid, this has been a complete flop. It's a total mistake. Everybody's starting to realize, you brought this up before and nothing happened. Who cares if Biden tried to get his dad to be introduced to, who cares in the scheme of things, even if that were true. He played this hand just one too many times. He's become predictable and ineffective. So let's take a look at the Supreme Court. I still see that awful woman, and she's there with her, kind of dark magic going on, Barrett. It's so odd to me because, she looks like a nice person. I don't think she is, but she doesn't look like this crazed, evil woman. But whenever I see her, she has got the most steely determination of, frankly, darkness about her. I tell you, this story is just beginning with her. There is something else about her that's either going to come forward, or the minute she gets on this Supreme Court, she's going to start doing crazy stuff, or, her agenda is going to be really clear day one. Something is going on with that woman. So what's she going to do specifically? Well, she definitely doesn't want gay people to be married. And that's going to be, I think, one of the first things that she tries to do is take away the rights of gay and lesbian people to get married. Yeah, she's all about dividing. Yeah, and there's just something else about her family, maybe some dark stuff about the family. It's just kind of weird because, although she has, non-white children, there's something weird about that. Like almost, it's not just patronizing, but it's something really strangely hierarchical about that relationship in her family. It's just gross to look at, honestly. It's just gross. What is she going to do? Is she going to get caught doing something wrong? She did something with some money. She took some money and she gave it to somebody either to keep them quiet or to bribe them. Because she keeps taking money out of her pocket and she's like sneaky, sneaky and gives us some. Are we going to find out? Are we going to find out about this? I'm getting right around January. We'll find out that she did something nefarious. She did something seriously unethical. I think it's illegal. And in January, it might even be like January 20th, Biden takes her to task over this. There's something that's going to be made public that will infuriate her and risk her position there. What else? And one thing that's positive on the flip side here is, Democrats are going to respond. If this is the way that Republicans are going to act, is this is how much power they're going to just sort of take and, sort of steal from the American people. If that's the way that it works, then this time the Democrats have to respond. So in a way, these negative things are causing us to respond and stop being so passive. My problem with the Democratic Party is that it's always so passive and it never has any guts. This is inspiring guts. And it's fair to say that the Dems wanted to follow some rules. That's a reasonable thing to do in a democracy. You have rules, you should follow them. But now that those rules have just been totally flouted, it was all a trick, then Dems are going to say, look, we've got to put in some rules that are followed. We have to have some punishments when they break the rules. It's almost like created a time of reform. So I know that it could be very depressing to see what's happening before you, but in a sense, this is creating a reaction. It's also creating a reaction for history. So when people learn about this in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, they will look at this time and very much as a lesson in how things went wrong and how you just can't sit back and do armchair democracy these days. You have to be active. So when you start feeling kind of depressed about this stuff, remember, this action has caused a reaction. And it might be that this is the only way that we could get a bunch of Americans to act and not just be passive and not just to accept that the government will eventually work itself out somehow. We have found out that democracy really does require action. So remember that as you move forward. It is, in some senses, should be a very optimistic time for us. All right? Thanks for watching.